The first blow, arrogance among the stars. The Xyrex dominion was feared across 12 sectors. Their war fleets moved like locust swarms, stripping worlds of resources, enslaving the weak, mocking those who dared stand against them. On the edge of human-settled space, the colony of Eurofin thrived, a jewel of oceans and towers, its people unarmed, believing peace could endure. The Xyrex did not see it that way. Their invasion came without warning. Orbital fire rained down, burning oceans to steam, turning cities into pits of molten glass. Survivors begged for mercy. None was granted. The Xyrex commander, High Talon Arachkul, broadcast the massacre to the galaxy. The primates of Earth mistake civilization for power. Watch how easily it burns away. Eurofin was gone in a day. 10 million voices silenced, their ashes drifting into orbit. The Xyrex laughed, certain humanity would bow. The Feast of Mockery. The Dominion feasted in celebration. Across their strongholds, alien lords toasted the destruction. Earth will protest, they sneered, but their fleets are rust and their soldiers soft. They cling to treaties like a drowning man to driftwood. They will do nothing. Even the neutral empires joined the chorus of dismissal. The galaxy had seen humanity as quaint engineers, traders, dreamers, not warriors, not predators, certainly not a threat. Human ambassadors begged for recognition of the atrocity. The Galactic Council listened, and then dismissed them with laughter. Your patience, one counselor jeered, is indistinguishable from impotence. And so the galaxy turned its gaze elsewhere. But Earth did not forget Eurofin. Humanity does not forgive. The silence before the storm. For months humanity said nothing. Their diplomats grew quiet. Their colonies ceased transmissions. Earth itself withdrew behind encrypted walls. Across the stars, whispers spread. Had the Xyrex cowed them so completely? The answer came in silence. That silence was not submission, it was sharpening steel. Beneath the crust of Luna, deep in armored shipyards hidden from alien eyes, the human fleet awakened. Engines older than the treaties flared to life. Hulls marked with forgotten names slid into the void. And in the deepest vault, humanity unveiled something new, something no alien had yet seen. A weapon built in secrecy, forged from the grief of countless massacres, powered by the rage of a species that never surrenders. The first railgun. The shattering of certainty. The Xyrex flagship Talon's Sun patrolled near the rim, arrogant and slow. Its commander enjoyed the complacency of superiority. Then, without warning, a lance of pure kinetic force crossed space at unimaginable speed. It tore through shields, hull, armor, flesh, and reactor. In less than a heartbeat, a battleship that had survived 100 campaigns was nothing more than slag and silence. No plasma, no antimatter, no theatrics. Just a metal slug hurled faster than thought, breaking physics itself. The Xyrex fleet froze. Their comms crackled with disbelief. Their sensors replayed the impossible. Humanity had fired its first railgun. And the galaxy went silent. The gathering storm. The galaxy demanded explanation. None came. Instead, they watched as Earth's fleets moved, deliberate, coordinated, vast. Dreadnoughts long kept hidden emerged like mountains drifting through the void. Carriers uncoiled wings of strike craft. Destroyers hummed with the power of railguns waiting to speak again. A single transmission spread across every channel, carried in every tongue. We remember Eurofin. That was all, no diplomacy, no negotiation, only memory sharpened into vengeance. The Xyrex rushed reinforcements to the frontier. They believed their numbers, their centuries of dominance would prevail. They had planned for every enemy. But they had not planned for humanity. Retribution in fire and steel. The Second Battle of Eurofin began with silence. Then the void itself screamed. Railguns thundered, slugs ripping through capital ships as if they were paper. Shields shattered like glass struck by stone. The Zyrex unleashed entire arsenals of plasma and antimatter, yet their weapons found only shadows as human ships weaved, adapted, countered. Then the carriers launched. Swarms of human strike craft poured into Zyrex formations, not with elegance but with fury, ramming, detonating, cutting apart. Soldiers clad in drop armor landed on Zyrex cruisers, carving them from within. One Zyrex commander gasped on an open channel. They fight without restraint. They fight as if death is their ally. The railguns fired again, and again, and again. Each shot a tombstone for the arrogant. In 4 hours, the Zyrex Dominion lost more ships than in the past century of war. The collapse of the invincible. The Zyrex homeworld burned next. Humanity's fleets did not pause. They did not bargain. They did not wait. Orbital defenses fell in minutes. The skies filled with fire. Railgun slugs rained upon the planet, each strike rewriting the map. Civilians screamed. Lords pleaded. Armies broke. The Zyrex who had once boasted of their eternal dominion now begged on every channel. Spare us, we were wrong, we were blind. Humanity did not answer. Their answer was already written in steel and silence. The lesson written in silence. When the last Zyrex fleet fell, the galaxy finally understood. The councils, once so arrogant, now spoke in whispers. Empires erased their jokes about Earth from archives. Worlds locked their borders and swore never to provoke humanity again. And in the ruins of Zyrex space, the survivors learned the only truth that mattered. Never provoke Earth, never test their patience. Their silence is the warning, their vengeance is infinite. The galaxy went silent not because it chose to, but because it feared what sound might bring. Aftermath, the age of fear. The human fleet did not conquer. It did not occupy. It simply erased those who had dared touch them. And then, as suddenly as it had risen, it withdrew. The railguns remained. Their shadows stretched across every throne, every council, every empire. No one knew where humanity would strike next. No one dared ask. Children of alien worlds grew up hearing the story. How a single colony burned, and how Earth replied with storms that cracked worlds in half. Across the stars, one whisper endured. Do not provoke the Deathworlders. Their patience is vast, but their vengeance is infinite. And so it was written. Humanity had fired its first railgun. And the galaxy would never forget the silence that followed.